Hey guys, what's up? Hope everybody's doing good. And in this video, we're going to go over some new Battlefield 5 info that was data mined about the Pacific Theater that's coming this fall to the game. And as you guys know, Temporal has been the one that's been data mining and giving us all this info on this upcoming content. So just like everything, this is not official. Nothing has been released by DICE themselves, so take it with a grain of salt. Take it as you will. I'm just letting y'all know what all I've seen so far floating around the interwebs based off Temporeal's Reddit posts, and his most recent one has got some really good info on the Pacific Theater, so I will leave a link to his post in the description if you guys want to go check that out instead of listening to me. That's fine. Other than that, let's go ahead and get it started. We're going to start off with the maps. Now, the first map that he actually data mined is the infamous Wake Island map. As y'all know, Wake Island is a very, very notorious Battlefield map. It originally featured in Battlefield 1942 and then had a bunch of more features in more recent Battlefield games, and the most recent version was actually in Battlefield 3, and it looks like we're going to be getting the most brand new and up-to-date version in Battlefield 5. I'm excited for that one. That was always a great, great, great fan favorite, so cheers to that. The next one up is Iwo Jima, which was already announced at EA Play in June 2019, so we already had an idea that that was coming. I'm guessing that's the map that was actually in the trailer that we saw at EA Play, so that's one that I'm looking forward to, a beach landing. That's going to be great. The third one is Jungle. Not much to go off that, just jungle warfare, you know. I'm going to guess lots of trees, lots of foxholes. I'm hoping to see some of those underground foxholes or covered foxholes from the underground tunnel systems that they had and stuff, so that'll be great to see. And the Tropic Islands is the last fourth map. And from the picture that he has on his post, it just looks like a string of islands kind of littered throughout an ocean, as you would expect in the Pacific Theater. It looks like a lot of island warfare, a lot of island hopping, not much cover, apart from trees, which are probably going to be destructible knowing Battlefield. Okay, next up, we're going to go over weapons, and he data mined 4 of them in total, and the first one is the Type 97 LMG. It is a Japanese weapon. It had a vertical 20-round box magazine that used the 7.7mm cartridge, the same as the Type 99 rifle. And fun fact, the gun barrel easily overheated, so gunners had to fire it in bursts, or the barrel would actually shoot out. I discovered that through research after I saw this post, looked up some of these weapons, and that was a little fun fact I found out about the Type 97. So I assume we're going to have some kind of specialization. The extended barrel heating or whatever it is, specialization is probably going to play into stuff with this weapon. Okay, up next is the M3 carbine. This is basically the M1 on steroids. It's got an IR telescopic scope on it. Basically, an infrared sight is what it has, an infrared scope. About 3,000 of these were ever made by the Inland Division of General Motors. They were produced towards the end of the war and saw more effectiveness and more use in the Korean War and the Vietnamese War afterwards. Based off the picture, this weapon looks wonky. Like, I can just picture in-game now this huge, massive scope on this tiny little carbine rifle. It should be a lot of fun to play around with. Okay, next up is the Type 2, the Nambu Type 2A. It was pretty much a Type 1 experiment that saw a little bit more use than the Type 1. It's a tiny, wonky little looking submachine gun, but it was issued with 30-round magazines, even though it could be fed with the same 50-round magazines as the Type 1. So I'm wondering if we will see that as a specialization like the Tommy gun, where you can upgrade it to the 50-round drum. I'm sure it won't be on a 50-round drum. In the picture, it's got this really, really, really long, like, banana clip. So I'm wondering if that's what we're going to see, or if we're going to see kind of a drum effect from the specialization, if we're assuming that is going to be a specialization of this weapon. It also had bayonet fittings in some of the late war models. I don't know if that'll end up being a specialization or not for it. That'd be kind of weird to see a bayonet on a submachine gun, to be honest with you. And then, of course, we have the Bar M1918A2. Everybody already knows the Browning automatic rifle that was eventually going to make its way into the game, especially if the American forces were to become a part of the factions in the game, which we knew they were. So that's kind of a given that that weapon was data mined. We already know that that was going to be implemented into the game, and it's going to be an LMG, so it'll be for the support class, obviously. And I stand corrected, there are actually 5 weapons in total that he data mined, 4 primary and 1 secondary. So finally we get a new sidearm coming into the game. It sucks that it's going to be coming in with the next chapter, which is still a couple months away, but at least we're going to be getting a new one, and that is the Type 94 Nambu pistol. So there it is, a look at it right there. And then to round up the post on the weapons side of things, he has data mined 3 new epic sets for 2 weapons in Chapter 5, and that's the 1919A6, so the Browning 30 cal, and the 1928A1, so the Tommy gun. And that is the Fossilized for the 30 cal, the Jungle for the Tommy gun, and the Dragon set for the 30 cal. Temp Royale also found a whole bunch of uniform sets, common, uncommon, epic, rare, all that for the American and Japanese factions. You can go ahead and check those out in the post itself if you would like, so just click the link in the description and it'll take you to that post. But that's going to be it, guys. Not all that much, but still some really good stuff. At least we have an idea of a couple of the maps coming. DICE said they want to put out 3 before 2020, so there's 4 there. Hopefully we can get 3 of those 4, fingers crossed, and then some new weapons and stuff for us to play with as well. Most likely going to be locked behind the Tides of War stuff. That's okay, it'll give us something to grind for, but at least it's new content. And that's going to be it for this one, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it was informative. If it was, drop the video a like, helps me out personally. Subscribe to see more Battlefield content on the channel. Other than that, guys, have a great day, and I will see y'all in the next one.